What's going on, fishy friends? We are here live at the TFC fishing bunker, 50 leagues below the surface of the Chesapeake Bay. And we are here for the Lower Chesapeake Fishing Report with Captain C.L. Marshall. We have a 365-day fishery here on the Chesapeake Bay. And Captain C.L. Marshall can certainly attest to that. What's that? Oh, okay. We are going to take a slight break, though, and get him the information he needs. Oh, no, not that. All right, tell him I'm sending it to his messenger. All right, so sorry about that, folks. So we were at the Kent Island Fishing Show this last weekend. It was good to finally meet some of you people and put some faces to some names. That was a really good time. We will also be at the Pasadena Sport Fishing Expo on the 18th and 19th of this month. Looking forward to getting to know more of you guys there. We will be selling our performance shirts there, as well as Hook Optic sunglasses. For the performance shirts, we have plenty of those on sale. We got some more of the Rock the Bay shirts, and those are all available at www.thefishingchannel.net. The young people are telling me nowadays that you don't have to say www anymore. So, when I'm out adjusting my antennas on my roof, I try to repeat to myself that you no longer have to say www. Also, we have plenty of content on TFC Plus. If you're looking for additional content from all of the correspondents of this channel that you've grown to rely on, it's a great place to do that. TFC Plus, you can join on a computer or Android. It's got plenty of exclusive content, as my lovely co-host has added in right there. And if you're looking to support the channel, it's a low price point to do so. It's $5 a month. And those are the ways to join. If you have an iPhone, you can still enjoy TFC Plus. You just can't join. So as long as you've joined from a computer or an Android, you can access all of the content on your iPhone or your iPad. While we are waiting for Captain Marshall to come in, I wanted to give everyone an opportunity to answer a trivia question for an additional prize tonight. Nice. Who do we have tuning in? Give a shout out. The prize tonight will be, the additional question will be, we've done this one before, but let's throw people a nice softball. You get an extra prize if you can answer the following questions. Actually, I'm going to make it a little harder. Part one is, what does C stand for in Lady C? What does C stand for? Part two is part two is before the show, the Crazy Horse Fishing Hour. Before it was called the Crazy Horse Fishing Hour, which is our Tuesday night show, in which we have people on. It's sort of more of a talk show format. what was it called? And you can either do that or you can say where I did it. It was at a specific type of thing that you might do things at. That's the only way I can describe it. It used to be called the Crazy Horse Fishing blank. That'll give you guys a huge hint. And the other part of it is, what does the C stand for in Lady C? If you can answer those two things correctly, I don't know, I'm feeling kind of generous. We'll send them something cool.
That was tough. Anyone who wins that deserves something cool.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Give them a shirt?
We have hook shirt. We have, yeah, we can do whatever you
want. One of our shirts?
Yeah.
You guys got that?
Oh my gosh.
So you guys will get a free TFC performance shirt if you can answer the following trivia question, which is, Lady C stands for, the C stands for what? That's part A. Part B is the Crazy Horse Fishing Hour used to be called the Crazy Horse Fishing blank. That's for a shirt. I think that's worthy of taking a few seconds to Google it. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, we do have Captain Marshall here. I don't know if he's in front of his computer, but he has logged in. We're looking at the ceiling. How you doing, Captain Marshall?
Man, I'm doing good. How are y'all today?
You know what? I would have been doing a whole lot better if I had remembered to send you the link to access the studio.
That's no worries at all.
That'll make things a little bit you can't get here if you don't know how to get here. But let's see, the Crazy Horse Fishing Saloon and Lady Chesapeake, Bobby Hurstcock. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. You have won. So reach out to us at admin@thefishingchannel.net and give us your address, and we will send you your choice, assuming it's not larger than extra large. If you wear a size larger than extra large, you can have the Red Zone shirt. If you wear extra large, large, or medium, you can wear either one. So choose which one, Bobby, that you want, and let us know at, admin@thefishingchannel.net. Yeah, so text us there. And Bobby, if you aren't familiar with the shirts, just go to thefishingchannel.net and look at the apparel. So, Captain Marshall, how have things been going? You spent some time down in some warmer weather.
Yeah, we took a little trip down south. Went to East Loma Harris. The wind blew quite a bit down there. Bottom fishing was good. We did a little bottom fish action down there. Unfortunately, we didn't get out to chase the sailfishes like we'd anticipated. Really windy, but a great trip. A real cool spot. Every time we go, it's a different experience, and we look forward to going back again real soon.
Yeah, I've been down to Florida a lot this time of year, and man, it is hit and miss in terms of the wind down there this time of year. It's not strange at all for it to blow 15 plus for 7 days to a week straight.
Yeah, my liver light went on a couple times. We had a large time, me and the wife did, that's for sure. It's good to get away. A lot of folks from Ocean City were down there. We ran across some folks from Virginia Beach as well. We ran across them, and good times were had by all.
Well, you're back here now. Have you had a chance to get out in the water?
I did. I went out. We did up in the river, the Pocomoke River right now. And in most rivers around this area, the perch, the panfish bite, the yellow perch, the white perch, the crappie, and bites really good. Using the shad darts tipped with minnows is always a great way to do it. These fish aren't big fans of heavy currents, so they like to duck out of that. So we can find a place on either end of a hole. They're usually found there. I think Matt Abel even caught a few rockfish, doing it the other day. And I think that bodes well for what we got coming up. Yeah.
You also sent me a picture of some black drum.
Yeah. Today is February the 2nd. And I'm less than 60 days away from trying to catch one of those. That's for sure. I think the picture I sent you was March the 25th of last year, and we caught those two nice black ones. It was early.
Let's watch it. If you want to talk over it, you can unmute yourself as soon as the video starts. Ready?
Yep. It's in relatively shallow water, and we caught one the day before, and he wanted to go and catch one for his pop for rolling, and we were able to catch a couple that day. But it's a real interesting fishery. You know, it's late March, mid to late March, depending on water temperature. You know, it needs to be around 50 and up. You won't get any other bites other than those, and it's a shallow water fishery. We're in 3-4 feet of water for those. Mainly they're smaller black drum. They're not the larger ones that the big brutes that you slug it out with. These are what they call good eating fish in that 20-pound class or 20 to 30-pound class. But, I don't know why they're there, but I'm sure I'm glad they are.
Yeah. I mean, that's exciting. There's a lot coming this spring that I think we're all looking forward to. We do have a question of the night, guys. And the question of the night, which is chosen by Captain Marshall, will win an 8-pack of Alewife Glitter BKDs. These have become sort of a tradition on Captain Marshall's show because he's used them and done pretty well with them. So we're going to keep feeding them to people who like to use them down there in your region.
You know, one of the cool things that's happening down in my way right now, there's some guys that are fishing pretty hard. Captain Clint Lassard on the Shonoff, specifically down at Cape Charles. His boat he's running north a little bit. And he's caught over 100 of these trophy stripers this year. And about 30 of them have been over 50 pounds. He's live, fishing with live eels with him. It's quite a good fishery. For those people that haven't done it, it's not rocket science. It's slow trolling live eels using some basically spreader bars, if you will, not spreader bars, but spreaders, things to spread your lines out like a walleye fisherman might use, and varying the depths of the live eels. And it's a good fishery. The Ghost Hole, Banana Hole, those areas are great places to look. But it's like big game hunting. It's not a bite every 10 minutes. But today he had 11 bites and boated, and caught 10 of those fish, up to 55 pounds. So
wow,
Clint's doing well with them down south. That's for sure.
That's awesome. I've had some contacts let me know that they've been catching some very, very large stripers up here as well.
Yep. Yeah, they seem to be either north or south. There's not many to be had in my neck of the woods.
Is there a trout bite still down there?
Yeah, it is down in the Elizabeth River. Those guys still in the Virginia Beach area doing very well. On the eastern shore, we haven't had anything to speak of, nor have we had any kills. But the guys down in the Elizabeth River and even up in Rudy are still catching some. I saw one yesterday that was 24 inches. But so that was kind of interesting. But it's a very slow bite. It's a very slow presentation, and it's something that it requires a lot of patience.
Yeah, we went down there last year to the Lynnhaven Inlet, and I'm not sure if I had internalized that slow fishing enough to where I was presenting it slow enough, but we had a really rough day. And as we were pulling out, apparently, we heard that they were blown up at the Rudy Inlet, and the day before Lynnhaven had done well. So from what I understand, it's kind of a crapshoot this time of year in terms of which inlet you choose and, whether they're biting or feeding or not.
Absolutely. It's excuse me. It's they've got tails and no homes, man.
Yeah. We don't have any questions yet. When can we expect that, that kind of, I guess, migration? It's almost like a mini migration of trout to come out of the Virginia area and start moving up onto the eastern shore.
That's a great question. There's one school of thought that believes that body of fish in the Virginia Beach area is a resident body of fish and doesn't move much at all. and the fish that we get here. I think there are some that stay here. I think I saw somebody caught one last week, rock fishing up in the mid Bay area, up in your neck of the woods. So I think we've got some fish that stay here as well. And I think we'll see more and more of that. It's the general belief that the specks that we're going to catch here over the summer that will start to arrive when the water temperature gets in the around 55 to 60. We'll start seeing some fish right around that 60 numbers. It's kind of magical. 60, 62. The bigger fish type, tend to like that little bit cooler water. We get a lot of those in the spring. They're roe laden, so we like to kind of pick and choose the ones that we're going to haul out of the water and be careful with them. But usually in May, May the 8th has been that first full moon in May has been good. It coincides with the first shedding of soft crabs on the bottom. That first full moon in May has always been pretty good, and that's when I've generally caught my bigger ones. But with the water being a little bit warmer, as I believe it's going to be this year, that may be a little bit earlier. Right?
Yeah, Old Man Winter has some time to make up if he's going to make these waters cold like they normally would be.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't show up. I've had enough of him.
Yeah, what do you think about that? So we've, to date, I mean, I haven't looked at any stats, but it seems like one of the warmer winters we've had in quite a while.
Yeah, I don't
What do
know.
you think about the effect on the fishery that we have coming up this year? Is it going to be positive, negative, a little bit of each?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of global warming, man. I don't like to get wet. I don't like to get cold. And but I would hope, every year we see some different species show up. We've developed a pretty good sheep's head fishery here in the bay. We've developed the red fishery is off the chain. Speckled tripe fishery is good. Cobia continue to bite, and more species. There's increasing numbers of pompano are caught every year. I think we had Annie Parks last year had one over 4 pounds. I've had a couple over 3, and so there's some big pompano showing up in the bay, and more and more of those species I think will show up as the water continues to warm. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see some triple tail caught, over the next year or so.
Wow.
But I don't know what the water temperature is right now. I'm going to guess it's probably 38. Down where we are. Maybe a little bit colder than that, but I can't imagine it'd be much more than that. I would hope that with the warming waters, as the waters warm earlier, we'd have more access to the fish would kind of come up to us a little bit earlier.
Got it.
Yeah. Speaking of fish, Grant,
What's up?
Shameless self-promotion.
Oh no, there's no shameless to it.
See that one right there with John Abbott? John Abbott holding that one right there.
Man, I want that book. How do I get a hold of it?
This weekend they'll be available at the Pocomoke River Ducks Unlimited banquet.
What about somebody who can't get down there? How do they like me, for example?
Yeah, just follow the Chesapeake Bay Books Facebook page. There'll be a link up tomorrow where you can buy them online. I had a little bit of technical issues getting it up already, but very sure there'll be a link up. You'll be able to buy them right online, nice and easy.
Well, it's a beautiful book from the look at it. Can we get another look at it?
Yep. It is beautiful. Really happy with it. All the photography is done by some local boys here in Pocomoke, Locked In Productions. Ethan Peterson and Caleb Abbott and that crew. Young men. The back picture I think is beautiful. It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's sunset there, but yeah, the books are good. I'm happy. I'm very pleased with it. It's about half and half, and it's Chesapeake Bay Adventures. So there's a good number of fishing stories in it that some of them are pretty comical. Some of them are, I can't believe you did that type of stuff. But I've got some good material from the charter business, that's for sure. And I sent one of the stories to I wrote about one of the charters I had with this. It was a family of 4, free-spirited young lady and a 13-year-old kid who was just obsessed with redfish, mother and a father. We get out, the mother catches the first red, the dad catches the second one. The 13-year-old boy could catch nothing but rays. Finally, he hooks a red one, and he's like, what is it? I said, oh, it's just another ray, man. Keep on fighting it. It'll be okay. Just fight it like a ray. So he's fighting it. And he gets up there and he sees it beside the boat, and just the expression on his face that he had done this was really amazing. I was concerned that if I told him it was a red right off the bat, he would have been a little nervous and fought it a little tentatively, but he did a fine job. And that story's in here. I sent it to the parents before we printed it, and they were very appreciative. They're from Upper New York, but
that's awesome.
yeah,
I can't wait to spend one of these cold, rainy days that we have left this winter reading it. Because come warmer weather, you won't find me sitting on the couch reading a book. I'll be fishing that entire time.
Yeah, I'm doing what all the old rock bands did, Aerosmith and Pink Floyd and all. I want to have a box set. I want to put all of them together in a in a box set, so you can have them all, in one fell swoop.
There you go. Love it. Let's see. Oh, we do have one question come in.
Yeah.
You know what? Bobby's going to clean up if he's not careful. Yeah, it's the only one we can do for time purposes.
Mm-hmm.
He says, hey, CL, do you use any scents or attractants on your artificial baits?
That Gulp's a good product. And that Gulp juice, I do soak a lot of baits from other manufacturers in it because I believe it helps. The Gulps are good. I don't use any other peeler juice or anything like that, nor do I use any glue or anything to tack them all. And I'm not a big proponent of that. But, excuse me. But I do soak a lot of my the products that I use in that Gulp juice, and it seems to help. They seem to hold on for just a split second longer.
Well, Bobby, you cleaned up. Good on you, buddy. You won the trivia question for the shirt, and you also won the BKDs. Although, CL, you do get to choose the question. We got one question. Do you choose Bobby?
I don't know, man. What else, Bobby? Yeah, I think. Thank you, Bobby, for your participation.
Well, good job to you, Bobby. Thanks for everyone for watching tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking with us through the little minor technical difficulty. Real quick, before we sign off, how does somebody book a trip with Tangier Sound Charters?
You can find me. Phone call is the best way at 410-251-7341. And dates are filling up.
One more time on the phone.
That's 410-251-7341.
Got it.
I've had a lot of interest in the cobia fishing lately. I think I booked 6 days last week on the cobia side. That's going well. So dates are filling up. I'd encourage you to give me a call so we can find something that you want to do. And excuse me, we'll be at the I'll be at the Pocomoke River Ducks Unlimited this weekend. I'll be at the Ocean City Boat Show. When you come off the escalator, I'll be straight in front of you. Can't miss me. If you want to book a trip there, chat about fishing, or buy a book.
The new book, or buy the whole box set.
Yeah,
right?
We'll be there for that. We'll be at several other places. We'll be in Snow Hill and at the Oyster Fest there in March, and there were some other places, and I can't remember the other place in March. We'll be a lot of local shows, and looking forward to getting out there.
Well, I hope we can get our hands on that book and see you very soon. Captain Marshall, it's been a pleasure as always. Stay tuned. Next, we will have the Southeast Florida Keys fishing report with Alex Tejeda. Check you guys then.
Thank you much.